Welcome, everybody, to the Nuggets of Gold podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about Mac Jones potentially being taken at number 3 overall by the 49ers. Now, if you haven't been following the Mac Jones rumors, Adam Schefter came out, said that he is speculating that Jones is going to be taken at 3 by San Francisco. Now, this is not a report, and I think that's a huge difference. I mean, when he reports stuff, I think he's the most accurate person in football. You could say Ian Rappaport's up there, but saying that he speculates, I don't think there's that much behind it. Aiden, what do you think? Do you think there's like real steam behind it, or do you think that's more of him just talking?
I think it's definitely the latter. It was on ESPN radio, and he was directly asked for what his prediction would be. I think we heard yesterday or the day before that Kyle hasn't even told his top 2 assistants kind of what he's thinking in terms of the top quarterbacks. So seems strange that Adam Schefter would have the inside scoop. But I mean, I think you have to take it with a grain of salt. Could be true, obviously, definitely possible, but I think it's the same thing as if you or I were to say it's definitely going to be Justin Fields or it's definitely going to be Trey Lance. I don't think we know.
I don't think we know at all.
Yeah,
right now.
I think it's all the same information.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had John Chapman on last weekend, so I had an episode about Trey Lance talking about him. But the one thing that John Chapman is really big about is the 49ers do not leak. Now, this is the current 49ers front office. This is not the Chip Kelly, the Jim Tonzasula, the Jim Harbaugh 49ers, because they leaked a lot. Mm-hmm. But this front office has not been a front office that's leaked. I think the only time you can really look back and go, oh, what did they leak was Nick Bosa, but everybody knew they were going to take Nick Bosa. That was super obvious. Even looking back to Mike McGlinchey, Dante Pettis, Deebo Samuel, no one knew that they were going to be a 49er. Like those guys, it kind of came out like randomly. Mm-hmm. I remember when McGlinchey got taken, everyone was like, oh, they took a tackle. Like no one expected them to do that. So to speculate, to have a speculation become like, oh, that's my reasoning for why I think this is going to happen. I just don't think I don't think it's accurate. And it's not to say that Adam Schefter is not accurate or anything like that. Of course he is. He is by far the best person that you want to go to. He is the guy that you want to get football reports from. But him speculating is not, oh, this is what's going to happen. And I think that's one of the big reasons why I think his name behind statements is a big reason why people believe that Mac Jones is going there. Now, if you just think that's the guy that Kyle likes, that's totally different. And I think that's fair if that's who you think. I've said before, I think that it's going to be Justin Fields. The guy I want it to be is Trey Lance, but I still think it's going to be Justin Fields. But for Mac Jones, this was a quote from Nick Saban on the Dan Patrick Show that I think says a lot. Kyle Shanahan didn't ask me a thing. I stood right next to him. I said hi to him. John Lynch too. They didn't ask me a thing. Maybe they thought they weren't allowed to. I find that really odd. And he's talking about when they were at Mac Jones Pro Day and watching him and basically what it sounds like to me, and this is speculation as well, so take this with a grain of salt as well. But reading that quote, and it's tough right now. It's draft season. There's a lot of quotes going around, so there's not a ton of truth out there. But just looking at that quote, it's very possible that they're going to Mac Jones Pro Day to throw some teams off. Same thing with Justin Fields. Same thing with Trey Lance. If they're talking about, oh, they're rumored to like Trey Lance because of this, I don't think we have any way to tell right now. And there can be, rumors and, oh, this is gaining traction. I don't think that's smart to look into that stuff right now. Like I said, the whole thing about this 49ers front office is that they have not been a team that leaks stuff. And that's a big deal. That was one of the first things. I don't know if you remember when John Lynch and Kyle got hired, they made that a big priority of what they wanted to say. There'll be rumors and reports about, oh, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. And a lot of times it doesn't happen. A lot of times lately it doesn't happen. You look at, the Watson stuff. There's been so many things. But what do you think about that quote? Do you think that kind of shows that there's a chance that they just go to the pro day to check him out and kind of make up some rumors about it? Because I think that there's so many just not to say lies, but a lot of things being thrown out there just to kind of throw some other teams off. And I think that there's a chance that's what's going on with Mac Jones.
I think that's definitely possible. I know in the press conference that they had after they traded to 3, which again nobody knew about. There were no leaks, and they'd been trying that apparently for weeks. But if in that press conference Kyle said that he had a top 3 and there were guys at 4 and 5 that could move up. Mac Jones didn't have his best day, and I think that was his chance to move up. I'm guessing that he didn't do it, which is why Lynch and Shanahan did not talk to Saban. And I know that I talked about this earlier before the pod, but Mac Jones has 2 DUIs. That seems like something you would want to ask about if you're going to hand the keys to your franchise to that. But again, we don't know for sure. Maybe they asked Saban not to say anything or whatever. But I would be very surprised if the Niners give up 2 first-round picks to move up to pick Mac Jones. But crazier things have happened. So, and it really boils down to me. I think Kyle Shanahan is a better evaluator of quarterback talent than I am. And I mean,
I think that's fair. I would agree for me as well.
Yeah. And I'm going to be a fan no matter what. I've seen some people being like, if they pick this guy, I'm not going to be a fan. And I think that's ridiculous because they're the professionals. And we're really just speculating. And I think Adam Schefter is just one of us right now.
Yeah, and that's what draft season is. A lot of speculation, a lot of, hey, I like this guy, and everyone's entitled to their opinion, which makes it really fun. I was speaking about Mac Jones. I mean, I don't love the pick, but I also don't think he's going to get drafted by Kyle and struggle and be a bad player or anything like that. I still think he'll be very productive in that offense. Now, with that said, I think that Trey Lance and Justin Fields have a chance to do that a lot better. That's my opinion on it. Like, we've talked about this stuff a lot, but I just wanted to get something out there really quick about what do these Mac Jones rumors mean? Because to me, having rumors float around Twitter for the 49ers, it hasn't really meant anything lately. So I think that will stand with this as well. But that's kind of all I got for this one. We just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Later in the week, we're going to be talking about, or I'm going to be talking with a guest about some potential fits in the 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round. Talking about some of the corner class, the edge class. So that'll be really fun. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for all that stuff. But thanks everyone for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon.